Day sounds a long way away. Yes. I think we've got a pretty grim weekend ahead, haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Some stormy weather on the cards this weekend thanks to Storm Darragh. We've got yellow warnings for our part of the world, widely for strong winds, the risk of gales, if not severe gales, and some places will get some heavy rain, particularly parts of North Yorkshire through tomorrow. And it is tomorrow into Sunday when the northern flank of this system will bring us the strongest of the winds. Still windy on Sunday, but not as windy, and then a much calmer week, a quieter week to come through next week. Out there at the moment, it's the calm before the storm. We've had a pleasant morning. We've got more cloud out there now, and cloud will continue to increase from the west as we head through the rest of the afternoon. So that sunshine has already turned milky and hazy. Cloud will continue to increase from the west through the afternoon, and temperatures will lift to around 7 or 8 degrees. And then through this evening, this band of rain will move eastwards for a time. There could well be some heavier spells on it. It'll turn more showery for the rest of the night. And it'll be quite a windy night, particularly for the coast and particularly for parts of South Yorkshire. The coast, we could get gales and temperatures will fall back to around 5 or 6 degrees. There could be a bit of a lull in the wind first thing tomorrow morning, but don't be fooled because it will strengthen again through tomorrow quite widely. Gusts 50, 60 miles an hour in exposure, even stronger than that along the coast. And even though it may well start off with some dry weather, rain will move in from the west. It'll become heavy and persistent later, particularly, I think, for that eastern strip, so the North York moors, where we do have that warning for rain as well. And temperatures fairly academic tomorrow. Significant wind chill with the wind coming in from the north or northwest, 7 or 8 degrees. Slightly less windy, I think, on Sunday. Dave.
Looks delightful. Thanks very much.
Your area, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if I took Gary, then Tony would be very upset. So what would I do?
Gary and Tony, wonderful. Now, let's get serious, shall we?
Yes.
It's awful weather. Very wet and windy last night. I certainly got caught out on the roads. How's it looking this weekend?
Yeah, so Storm Darragh is going to affect us, bringing strong winds, heavy rain this week. And now other parts of the UK have more serious warnings. They've got red and amber. We've got yellow warnings. A yellow warning for strong winds and a smaller yellow warning for heavy rain across parts of North Yorkshire. We're looking at the peak of the winds probably being Saturday afternoon, overnight into Sunday. Gales or severe gales, so disruption is possible. I'll have more details on that in a moment, but these are the kind of pictures that we woke up to this morning. Red sky in the morning. Shepherd's warning really will ring true. And the second picture just shows how pleasant it's been today, the calm before the storm here in Whitby. Keep your pictures coming in. Obviously, only do it safely this weekend. To the BBC Weather Watchers page, we're on social media too, Keeley Donovan on Instagram. So yes, Storm Darragh is going to bring stormy weather through the weekend with warnings for strong winds and some heavy rain in places as well. And on the pressure chart, you can see the storm system moving eastwards. It's the winds on the northern flank, those tightly packed isobars, which will bring gales or severe gales in places, particularly, I think, for the coast. And then things settle down into next week. We've got some settled weather to come, but still quite windy, particularly for the coast on Sunday. It's been dry through the day, but we have started to see rain edging in from the west. So through this evening, rain spreading eastwards. There could be some heavy spells of rain for a time. It'll turn more showery overnight, a blustery all night, gusty winds, potentially gales for the coast, and temperatures dropping back to around 5 or 6 degrees. A quick look at those high water times then, crucial because there could be some coastal overtopping, particularly the evening tide times, but in the morning just before 8 o'clock and just after 8 o'clock there in Whitby and Scarborough, because there will be a bit of a lull in the winds, I think, first thing tomorrow morning, and then they'll strengthen again through the day. So wind gusts could reach between 50 and 60 miles an hour quite widely, possibly stronger than that along the coast, and we'll have further spells of rain moving in from the west. That rain could be heavy, particularly for the North York moors, and temperatures fairly academic because the wind's coming down from the north or northwest, 7 or 8 degrees. Still very windy, particularly for the coast on Sunday, but things settling down and a much quieter week. You'll be pleased to know next week, Amanda.
Oh, yes, please. And I'm guessing the cats will be hibernating this evening.
Oh, they'll be safely inside, yes.
Yes, and there's no way my little rescue dog will be going out in that.
Hello there, good evening. We've got some stormy weather on the way this weekend with warnings for strong winds and also some heavy rain in places as well. So a blustery night tonight, and then those winds will strengthen further through the day tomorrow, and it'll still be windy on Sunday, particularly for the coast. Turning more showery, the rain through this evening, and it will be a blustery all night. The risk of gales along the coast, temperatures down to around 5 or 6 degrees. And then the wind may ease just a little bit into tomorrow morning, but it will pick up again. It'll strengthen through through the day. We could see gusts widely between 50 and 60 miles an hour, even stronger along the coast. Through the day, rain will move in from the west and it could become heavy in places, particularly the North York moors. Temperatures fairly academic, reaching around 7 or 8 degrees. Very windy overnight into Sunday and another blustery day on Sunday, particularly windy still, I think, for the coast. But the good news is next week it settles down. The wind will ease. There'll be a good deal of dry and bright weather. It'll feel chilly at times as well.